Hey everyone, it's Ashton. I want to make this video to talk about something kind of out there, so try to stay with me. I've heard from particularly Christian or more Western faith type things, people come to me because I'm transgender and say, why don't you just accept the body that you have and that you were born into? Why are you seeking happiness and fulfillment in changing your body? I've really thought about this a lot because it gets down to a very important principle that I think a lot of people should live their life by, which is your body and the objects in the world, all of it is impermanent. It's ever changing, and getting attached to ideas of how your life should be, like how your body should be, or what should be around you in the world, getting stuck on that, and then of course life happens and things go chaotic. It's important to remember that everything in this world is due to change, and there's nothing other than your inner soul, even beyond your body or anything else, that you have to find fulfillment in. So I get that. I get that fulfillment comes from the inside out. Being happy, living wholeheartedly, embracing life to its fullest. It has to come from inside. It can't come from any other person or object that you need to attain, a car you want to drive, or even a body, because you're going to get old and your body's going to change anyway. It's impermanent, and just accepting that fact is really important. So it gets at some interesting philosophy type things when it comes down to transgender people, because I think that transgender people are viewed by the spiritual community just at large as maybe not enlightened in some way, because we're so focused on the body. But in reality, I know that I don't know why I felt as though I needed to change my body, but the things that I have learned through my physical transition has pushed me to be a more enlightened person. Therefore, my transition and changing my body is important and is a valuable thing. So there doesn't need to be judgment placed on why I need to change my body. I just had to. But it got me here to realize that it doesn't just end with the body. My transition, my evolution as a person doesn't just end with my body. I had to be pushed through the anguish of the transition and everything else to be able to come out and realize it's not just about the body, that that's just the beginning. The body is just the beginning. So I hope that two things I want to accomplish with this video. I hope that trans people realize the transition, it doesn't just end with the body. And then I want the spiritual community that doesn't really understand trans people and see it as superficial to realize that there are trans people who realize it's not all about the body. And I think there's a lot of spiritual development. There's a lot of things that the transgender community is working towards. So we don't see it as all about the body. We shouldn't see it as all about the body. And the people who don't really understand transgender people should realize it's not just about the body for us. If we have to change our body in order to clear the space in our mind to be able to focus on the inner self, when you have a lot of thoughts, I know that in my head, when I was consumed a lot more by what my body looked like before I had my chest surgery and before I had more physical changes on testosterone, I for whatever reason, and there doesn't need to be a judgment placed on it. I had a lot of thoughts in my mind that prevented me from thinking about anything else other than I need to change my body. So that was the reality for me, and still there are things about my body I want to change, but I'm working through that. And I don't know what else I want to say. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't want this to be too long, but I'm not going to edit it, I'm just going to put it up. This is just kind of a thought stream of consciousness. If you want to talk about anything I mentioned, I can clarify, because I kind of just went on a tangent. But if this is something that you've been thinking about, that transition is not all just about the body, and there's a lot of things maybe you've personally learned about your place in the world through this transition and how it's pushed you to grow and learn and evolve as a person, leave the comments below, because I really like to hear and read stories of other people that are going through the same things that I am, and just know that I'm not alone in thinking about these bigger things. And so physical transition is so important for so many reasons. So this video was not to discredit the importance of physical transition, but it's seeing that fulfillment is beyond that. But if you need to change your body in order to be able to clear your mind to explore more, deeper things that, your heart and your soul and all of that, then yeah, we should honor people that need to do that as part of a spiritual journey. So I hope that doesn't scare people or throw them off or anything, because I think it really is important, and I hope people understand that concept. So like, comment, subscribe, all of those beautiful things, and then until next time, stay awesome.